My friends, big changes appear to be on the horizon here in the U.S. According to reports, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, is reportedly preparing for a major operation set to take place across sanctuary cities all across the country. All of this is set to happen the day after Donald Trump gets inaugurated as president and will involve multi-day ground operations in cities that have been safe havens for illegal aliens due to local authorities' non-cooperation with federal immigration enforcement. Cities that are said to be involved in all of this will be places like New York, Los Angeles, Denver, and Miami. Now, to dive into this story some more, we're going to pull up an article by the New York Post who discussed this very situation. Their article is titled, "ICE Officers Preparing for Big Effing Operation Across Sanctuary Cities Immediately After Trump's Inauguration." Let's see what they have to say. They write, "The Iceman cometh. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is preparing to launch a big effing operation across sanctuary cities, including Chicago and New York, immediately after President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration," multiple sources told the Post. Starting January 1st, multi-day ground operations will be launched across cities that have served as safe havens for migrants or illegal aliens because the local authorities do not cooperate with the federal government when it comes to immigration issues. Again, this is according to sources. The massive sweep, writes the New York Post, is likely to target people with removal orders. Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan, has vowed that the mass deportations will begin on day one to focus on illegal immigrants or aliens who pose threats to the country. One source says certain ICE offices have already paused arrests to make room in detention centers for the targets of upcoming raids. The source was quoted as saying, "We aren't arresting anyone and bringing them into custody, making room for what may happen next week." Now, for those who don't know who Homan is, this guy is a no-nonsense man, and he has had enough of the nonsense at the border. Now, I'm going to show you a legendary clip of this man from 60 Minutes. This interview was taken prior to the Trump victory in November. So this is Tom Homan. Okay, so this is a 60 Minutes interview, and we're playing this on X.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is it worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
So, yeah, this guy means business. So that's Tom Homan. This is the guy that's going to be handling immigration for Donald Trump. Now, to continue with the article, the New York Post writes, "The former director of ICE's Denver office told the Post that such sweeps were ended under the Biden administration, adding that, quote, the men and women of ICE are looking forward to being able to do their job again. As many as 200 ICE officers will be deployed to carry out the Chicago operation alone." This according to the Wall Street Journal that was posted back on Friday. A spokesperson for ICE declined to comment and referred the Post to the incoming administration for, quote, any information concerning activities which may take place after the inauguration. The Trump transition team did not immediately respond to the Post's request for comment. Now, in December, Homan, the man that we just saw from the 60 Minutes interview, told supporters at an event in Chicago that the arrests would start in the Windy City. He said, "Chicago's in trouble because your mayor sucks and your governor sucks." Now, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson's office also did not immediately respond to the Post's request for comment on the matter. And Homan was asked about reports of a big raid in Chicago during an appearance on Fox News Friday evening and signaled that several cities should expect ICE operations after Trump's inauguration. He said it's going to be a big raid all across the country. And went on to say that Chicago is just one of many places. We've got 24 ICE field offices across the country. On Tuesday, ICE is finally going to get out there and do their job. We're going to take the handcuffs off of ICE and let them go arrest criminal aliens. That's what's going to happen. And it went on to say that ICE will enforce immigration law without apology, but concentrate on the worst first. However, he warned that no one's off the table. If they are in the country illegally, they've got a problem. So here we are. From the outside looking in, it appears that the Trump administration does mean business here. This time around, I am fully prepared. In fact, I'm expecting shock and awe from the Trump administration and his team. I'm expecting rapid-fire announcements and actions meant to keep the left on the back pedal, as well as rack up huge stacks of wins right out the gate. So, fascinating stuff. We'll be keeping an eye on the story as it continues to develop. From the To Be Frank show, my friends, I'm Adrian. I'll see you all next time.